to GCU Reviews.
Getting closer. What's hot and what's not. Getting closer. Bye. Getting closer.
Hey y'all, it's Danielle and welcome back to another GCU movie review. As you can see, they let me out the gate by myself and this is going to be a really special one because I am going to be talking about a movie I did not really want to see, but it's been very popular for good and bad reasons. We are going to take a look at a movie called Unknown Caller, the High School Catfish. It's streaming on Netflix currently. It debuted around August of 2025, so it is fresh out. And this is a documentary, a true crime style documentary that follows the story of a small town, Bill, Michigan, mistrust, betrayal, cyberbullying, as they try to uncover the mystery behind who's been sending threatening messages to 13-year-old Lauren Licari for 2 years. Now, if that sounds like something crazy for a whole town to be focused on, it is. But Bill City, Michigan is a small town, very small town where people have nothing else to do but gossip. That's all, and it opens up talking about that. All people have is their cell phones. They really don't have any other life, and we get introduced to Lauren. She's a 13-year-old girl, an athlete, great student, seems to have a perfect life. She has a boyfriend named Owen, who she's been talking to for two years. They've been dating for 2 years. They've known each other since kindergarten, and really all the kids that go to her school have known each other since kindergarten. And because the kids have known each other, the parents also know each other. So we get introduced to Lauren's mom, Kendra, her dad, Sean, and Owen's mom, Jill. Now, with it being a small town, when the kids get together and have a party, it's like a big deal, talk of the town. They have a Halloween party, and Lauren, of course, is invited. But the girl that's throwing it is friends with Owen, and she doesn't really like Lauren that much. So Lauren all of a sudden gets this weird text message that's accusing Owen of cheating on her. As much as, 13-year-old kids can cheat, I guess. I don't know. But so she gets this message and it's like, okay, this is weird. She goes to the party and nothing happens. Nothing comes of it. The kids go back to being friends and all is well. Until about a year later. Whole year later after this party, Lauren starts getting worse messages. And not just one or two here and there. 40 to 50 messages a day. And to Owen as well. He's not left out of it. He starts getting messages too. And these messages, y'all, they're disgusting. Like, I can't even, and they get worse. We're going to get there. But they're saying really gross, highly, more than suggestive things about these 13-year-old kids and about Owen wanting some other girl more than he wants Lauren, because there's things Lauren won't do that this girl says that she will do to Owen. Really, really jacked up. So the parents get together and some of the kids to try to uncover this. There's little things that they try to do, like having conversations with certain kids to see, does this conversation come up in the text messages? They're trying to do some detective work themselves. The parents decide to get the principal involved, and I'm sorry, again, I'm not really big into true crime stuff, but this principal, there's a lot of things that he could have done better than what he did. And I spent most of the time yelling at the TV that really he could have had this squashed a long time ago. But the parents don't get very far with him, so they start working together. Jill and Kendra start working together to figure out who is sending these messages. In the meanwhile, the messages get worse, like really, really bad. And it's kind of like, if you ever heard a kid cuss, like they just learned how to cuss, they just learned what the names for private parts were. That's how these messages are set up. Like, it's not cute whatsoever. And they're trying to figure out who even talks like this. Now, these parents, again, know these kids pretty well. They've known them since kindergarten. Kendra, Lauren's mom, is involved as coaching all the sports, PTA meetings. So they just don't feel like they know any of these kids that would do this. As it keeps going, the messages get threatening to the point where they're even telling Lauren to hurt herself and start threatening that she's going to get beat up or harmed by a group of other kids who claim that Owen doesn't want her and they want him as the other girls instead, whoever these other people are. That's how the police get involved. The police get involved because the threat is stalkering. It's like mad stalkerish. It's very threatening. The FBI gets involved and start doing things that I feel like they should have did from the beginning. This is the thing, y'all. This is about an hour and some odd long. And I'm sitting here watching everybody talk about this like they don't know what's happened and don't know what's going on, which they all do. Come to find out, Kendra, the freaking mom, Lauren's mom, is doing this the whole time. And the FBI figured out real fast. Real fast. They subpoena the phone records and find out that her phone number, even though she tried to cover it up using the app, is connected to all of it. And it's not been anybody else. It's just been her this whole freaking time. And I'm pissed because I'm like, y'all just sat here in this whole show and lied to me in my living room in front of the chicken tenders I was eating. I didn't appreciate it. Not at all. After they reveal that Kendra, her long, crazy face self, did all of this to her own child, as a mother, to her own child, and to Owen, somebody else's child that she's known since he was 5, they decided to bring Kendra's sister on there to talk about basically how Kendra has been awful her whole life and pretending to be a good person her whole life. And they also mentioned that Kendra has been through specific trauma. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Right at this point, after going through all of this, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what else she went through. To me, nothing excuses telling your child, your daughter at 13, to end herself. Or some of the things that she was saying to Owen. So anyway, they flip back finally to Lauren and her experience in this. They show where the police come in and are telling Lauren the news that her mom did this and her dad is there. And what disturbs me about the police is they let Kendra stay in the room while this was happening. Not only did they let her stay in the room, but every time Lauren seems like she wants to try to come to grips with this and have emotion, her mom just reaches over and grabs her and, oh, my baby, I'm so sorry, meh. And it just squashes, I see it taking Lauren out of her reality, and it's manipulative. And the thing is, had the dad been revealed to have done any of this, there's no way the police would have had him in there. That's just the facts. Because of all of this, the court, when it finally gets to that point, says there's no contact. We don't want you to have any contact with Lauren, which is the right call considering how disgusting and highly sexual the messages were. And she ends up going to jail for the maximum amount of time, but honestly, it probably wasn't long enough. I think it was like a year and a half or something like that. Again, all of this stuff had happened very recently. Lauren's mom just got out of jail last year. This is all super recent. As far as I'm concerned, I felt like a lot of the stuff dragged on for too far. And I know that in the true crime realm with the mysteries and the suspense that is supposed to drag on, but it was kind of annoying to me. On top of the fact that I feel like Netflix was being a bit of an ambulance chaser with this, because usually when you do stuff like this, these true crime documentaries, everybody is years later down the line. These kids are still kids. Like, this just happened to them 2 years ago. Her mama just got out of jail. Lauren wants a relationship with her mom, but she's also conflicted with the fact that her mom needs help. And her dad have gotten closer in all of this, which I think is dope, because Kendra lied to him too. The whole reason why she had time to do this is because she lied to him about having a job. She lost 2 jobs in 2 years and lied to him about it and had time to send hundreds of text messages daily to these kids. So again, I understand the true crime documentary the way they have to do things. But this felt kind of exploitative to me. This is one of the rare things, but I'm gonna give it a nod. Straight up. I didn't like the way it was done. I didn't like the fact that these kids are still kids and having to retell these horrible things that happened. Some of the girls that ended up getting accused in the midst of all this were breaking down into tears when thinking about how their whole town, everybody that they knew, turned on them. And while I feel it's important to tell a story about a mom who took it way too far and went off on the deep end and to do something like this to her child, I don't think it's okay that the child is still a child while they retelling the story. So anyway, watch it if you want to, but I'm gonna warn you, it's an hour and 30 some odd minutes that you're not gonna get back of your life. There are many psychologists and therapists out there talking about this story. You might get more out of that because it'll give the why and what they think caused all of this. I think that's more so a better take on it than letting Netflix continue to get paid off of this jacked up story. So anyway, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And welcome to GCU Reviews.
Getting close up. What's hot and what's not.